Welcome back to the video blog. My name is Adam Daniel Mezei. Thanks again for watching, AdamDanielMezei.com. Let's get right into it. So I was reading a blog post yesterday by Lisa Hickey, who's the CEO of Good Men Inc., Good Men Incorporated. She's talking about the idea of being a global conversationalist, or basically a social media promiscuous person, and I kind of agree with that. You really have to be ubiquitous. I mean, some people prefer singular channels. I think the key is, and when I talk to people, when I meet people or potential clients or whatever, of course there's a business card exchange, of course there's an exchange of phone numbers, but something that I tell them is I say, what's good for you? How do you want to contact me? They say, well, I spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. I go, fine, great, send me an email on LinkedIn, and I'll keep the conversation going over there. Somebody says, no, I'm more of a Facebook user. Fine, we'll keep the conversation on Facebook. No, I prefer tweeting, it's my thing. Or I like text messaging. I'm not really into phone conversations. I don't like voicemail. The idea is you have to make it easier for your audience. You have to make it easier for the people who are interfacing with you. And that means you have to be basically ubiquitous. You have to be promiscuous. You have to be on every single platform and know how those platforms work. Understand the ins and the outs of them. If you're going to profess yourself as somebody who spends quite a bit of time online, being caught flat-footed by not knowing exactly how certain platforms work is not exactly good social media protocol, and it's not good social media graces. I make a lot of time to try to understand how these different things work. Facebook, for example, has a ton of functionality that unfortunately a lot of people don't really use or know about, and that's kind of a shame. Not to mention the apps, which are a little bit suspect, but just the basic functionality in terms of tabs and things that you can put on your wall and stuff, be they personal pages or be they business pages. There's a lot of stuff like that that can really leverage a lot of the communication that you're doing online. For example, I noticed that with Blip TV, which is an interesting platform that I'm going to start using now more frequently as I transition away from Vimeo and now into Blip. There's a really interesting cross-posting application that's good for pro users. That is really good. That's not kind of a cheap way of pushing your content out to different places. It's a really sophisticated way, the way that these various cross-posts actually occur. And I'm looking forward to that. And that's going to make it easier for me to be in a number of different places at the same time as the phone begins to ring. So that's basically the idea of Lisa Hickey's blog post, I Am Socially Media Promiscuous, and this is basically her entree into into using Twitter more frequently, people that had advised her about using Twitter. I hope you can hear my voice. People that had advised her about using Twitter, and I think that you would enjoy that if you just look up Socially Media Promiscuous Lisa Hickey, Hickey. You will, of course, have no trouble finding that particular blog post. Thanks again for watching, and it's snowy here in Toronto, a couple of feet. I heard my friends in Montreal, it's 20 centimeters, which probably equates to, what's that, 10 feet of snow? Good stuff. Wishing you the very best of things. Take care.